John, 4 runners in the Queen Mother Memorial Cup, the feature on Sunday. Let's start off with Eagle Whyte. How's he come out of his run on the QE2?
No, he's come out really well, mate. You know, if it was in Australia, back up within a week would not be a problem, as long as they pulled up sound and ate up well, which he has. Yeah, but that 133, he's got to carry the grandstand over 1.5 miles, and that's that will be quite a task, even though I think he's the best horse in the race.
HELENE Charisma, John. I thought his runs 2 and 3 starts ago here at Sha Tin were good. What did you think of his run at Happy Valley?
Well, I must admit I was quite surprised that he'd run so well at Sha Tin, which, you know, the race goers out there, you know, like myself, had always said that were always looked upon as not being his track, namely because of the firmness. Happy Valley has a much more cushion to it, and he enjoys that track. But the last few runs, HELENE Charisma has run very well at Sha Tin, so if that's the case and he can bring his A game to the races on Sunday, he's got to be a live chance.
What about CHEFANO?
Well, CHEFANO will stay all day. There's no trouble there out of Silvano. You know, a horse that went over ground. CHEFANO would probably be the pace influence in the race. Zach Purton had ridden him and led on him on one occasion. Taking that into consideration, I think he would be the pace influence in the race, and he's coming into the race a very fit horse. He's been over in China, he enjoys China, thrives over there. I probably would have to say he'd be one of my leading hopes.
And Savvy 9 stepping up to 2,400 metres, representing the Derby crop?
Yeah, there is some worries about him getting the 24, but he'll be ridden very much European style from gate 1. Get him back, switch him off at the back of the field, and just see whether he can handle that 1.5 miles. But my gut feeling is, with Joe riding with the right sort of speed, he'll get the 2,400, and he'd probably, I'd have to say, be my leading hope.
Just a quick news update as well, John. Athero Beauty Generation from last Sunday, how have they pulled up, and have there been any decisions made about their futures?
Athero, of course, after that serious bleed, it wasn't good. It'll take time to flush his lungs out and right the ship again. At the present moment, the owner wants to continue on with him in Hong Kong, so let that be. And then with respect to Beauty Generation, I'm still waiting on word back from Patrick Kwok with respect to where he wants to program him, because you know, he's back in work now, but I've received no information from the owner with respect to where he would like to go for the balance of the season.
Karis, HELENE Leading Star, you must have been happy with his last start win.
Yeah, it was a good performance from him last time. It seems like he's now turned the corner and doing everything right, so it's a good sign.
So is that the difference between last season and this season? Because you did ride him a lot last season.
Yeah, I just thought, you know, for a big horse, maybe he just did not acclimatize yet. He seems to be in a better shape now. You know, he sort of he goes out and relax more and sort of, you know, start racing better. So, you know, like I said, he felt really good last time. He felt he's in good shape. So it's actually a very nice race coming up for him.
As you say, with last time, he looked at times in that race like he was on and off the bit. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah, of course, his time before where he was given a chance and hit the line pretty strong. So we just wanted to ride him wherever he was comfortable and do not put too much pressure on him. So, you know, by giving himself a bit of a chance in the race, then I thought, you know, it was a bit of time for me to start making a bit of ground, as I had some lightweight. So, you know, to be honest, it was a very gutsy win, because he was pushed 4-5 wide turning into the straight, and to still keep going was impressive.
He's a Group 1 winner from Australia over 2,500 metres, so you'd have no concerns about him stepping up to 2,400 on Sunday?
Nah, should be no problem. He will stay whole day, so looking forward for him.
Douglas, Galactic, that was a brave effort from him from the wide draw last time.
Yes, it was. I discussed it with Joe, and it It was our intention to try and overcome the draw. He got pressured and he had to work pretty hard to eventually get across. But I thought he showed a bit of courage, and he was there for a long time. And for a young horse that had only had the one start, I was pleased with the way that he handled himself.
You've ridden him in his fast work since then. How's he been?
He's a horse that he does what you ask of him back home. So from a work perspective, he's as good as can be. He's not the flashiest worker in the morning, but he's always been like that. So there's no concerns from that point of view.
He's a 3-year-old by deep field. He would associate with being a sprinting type of stallion, but you're stepping him up to a mile. What's his right sort of trip, do you think?
I think a mile. He's a big boy. There's a lot of him. He's got a beautiful action, and he's indicated to me that the mile is what he's looking for. So he's as well as can be going forward, and it's going to be nice to see what he can do.
And your own form, Douglas, a double on Champions Day last week, also a winner on Wednesday night at Happy Valley. How do you assess the stable's form heading into the weekend?
Oh, it's been a tedious couple of weeks prior to that, with a lot of places and seconds and so forth. But you know, if they're running places and they're running competitively, you kind of look at and hopefully doing things right. But the last 2 weeks have been great. I've had a couple of winners, and the horses are still running well. They're feeling good, which is the main thing. So I'm very fortunate.
Blake sprint forward, backs up from last week. What did you make of his effort last Sunday?
I thought his effort was good, Ed. Yes, he ran a good race. We had a nice run throughout. They didn't go that fast in the run, and you know that was probably the telling factor as to why he couldn't pick up the leaders. But the horse tried very hard and ran a credible third. I think the horse will derive benefit from that race on the quick backup. That was a plan, and hopefully, you know, with a bit of improved fitness, the horse can go a couple better on Sunday.
We see in that race Golden 4 as well, a horse you've got a good record on recently. Was it your choice though to go with sprint forward here?
It was my choice, yes. I had the choice to ride both horses. I just feel that sprint forward's got a little bit more upside than Golden 4. Golden 4 has been running very consistently. He's very close to a win. But sprint forward, he's on the up. I think his runs have been very consistent. He puts himself in a winning position, and I think with those factors, I went that way.
Explosive witness, Blake. He's been running well over 1,000 metres at Happy Valley recently. Steps up to 1,200, switches to the dirt. How do you think he'll get on?
Look, I think switching to the dirt, he's trolled well previously on that. You know, it's a plan to go to the dirt with him. I think the race is a lovely race for him. He can appreciate a fast tempo, which you're nearly guaranteed on the dirt, so that'll help him to get settled. He's got a great sprint on him. I can see him running very close. You know, his runs all this season have been really good, so hopefully the horse can crack it for a win.